The year was 1994. Forrest Gump was number one at the box office. The New York Rangers had won the first Stanley Cup in 40 years. O.J. Simpson had been arrested, and the Western Mustangs football team began its most inspiring, gut-wrenching, amazing season in the history of the team. The regular season saw the Mustangs go undefeated, their only true test, a 24-22 come-from-behind win over the Laurier Golden Hawks. The Mustang offense ran roughshod over the league's defenses, led by quarterback Warren Goldie's strong arm and legs. A stellar crop of receivers, led by Tom McConnell, Andy McGregor, Bill Panopoulos, and All-Canadian Stu Beek, terrorized defending secondaries. An offensive line anchored by All-Canadian P.J. Gleason and team captain Jude St. John opened up gaping holes for the power and speed of running backs Craig Young and Sean Reed. A pressure defense led by pass rushers Toby McHale, Derek Parks, and David Burney. The D was anchored by linebackers Patrice Denis, Derek Crete, and Mark Lawson. The ball-hawking secondary featured big plays from Todd McKay, Xavier Lafont, and hard-hitting Tim Hughes, and the special teams always thrilled, as witnessed by their performance at the homecoming game when Sean Reed returned the opening kickoff and rookie Damian Lowry had a dazzling 84-yard punt return. Kicker Frank Jaggis finished the regular season setting Western career field goal, punting, and scoring records. The only setback the Mustangs encountered was the loss of slot back Panopoulos to injury, circumstances that would prove to be a great source of inspiration throughout the playoffs as the Mustangs attempted to bring home the Vanier Cup. The playoff structure would mean that every game was played on the road, starting with the Varsity Blues at Skydome. The Mustangs looked to have the game well in hand, leading 49-17 going into the fourth quarter, but Toronto roared back with 4 touchdowns to get to within 5 points. Western put it away with a 51-yard touchdown pass from Goldie to McConnell. It secured the win and at the same time developed the record books. Goldie set an OUAA record for most yards passing in a game with 550 yards and 6 touchdowns, while McConnell set a CIAU record for most receiving yards in a game, 323. The Yates Cup was a rematch against the Golden Hawks in what will forever be remembered as one of the greatest Yates Cups games ever played. Western drove the ball 82 yards on 10 plays to score with just over a minute to go and needed a 2-point convert from Peter Glab to force the game into overtime. That overtime saw the lead change 3 times, with Western winning in the dying moments of the second overtime on a Jaggis 15-yard field goal with 14 ticks on the clock. During the game, Sandy McGregor set a new UWO record with 11 receptions, and Reed was named the Dalt White Trophy winner as the most outstanding player on 347 yards of total offense. In the Churchill Bowl against the Bishop Gators, the Mustangs were down 24-9 at halftime. Defensive adjustments and some opportune turnovers saw the Stangs score 32 straight points in the second half as the team relied on their powerful run game to take control. Safety Andre Van Gastel came off the bench to help spearhead the comeback with 3 interceptions and was named the Maury Van Vliet Trophy winner as the most valuable player. The Vanier Cup was against Saskatchewan, played at the Skydome in front of some 29,000 fans. Western led 34-14 with just over 8 minutes to go, but soon found themselves trailing by 3 with just under a minute to go. Marching 40 yards and only 4 seconds on the clock, they set up for a 42-yard field goal to send it to overtime. With nerves of steel, legendary Jaggis sent the ball through the uprights in one of the most dramatic moments in Western football and Vanier Cup history. In the overtime, the Mustangs took control as the defense regained its confidence and the spectacular 77-yard punt return by Anthony Lane locked up a 50-40 victory and Western's 6th Vanier Cup. Coach Haler and his staff had completed the perfect season, going 12-0 in a fall filled with brilliant performances from guys that played with character, commitment, and heart. The Mustangs had accomplished what they'd set out to do. They brought home the Vanier Cup, the 1994 Western Mustang legendary team.